Fasting. Fasting. Fasting is our topic today. We are going to discuss. We thank Jesus for today. We want to see reasons as why we go into fasting. We go into fasting in basing on several reasons. One of them is when we want to commune with God. When you see there is a situation you don't understand in your life, you have prayed, you go to church, you do all sorts of prayers, and you say, maybe through fasting I'll come over the situation. When you fast, you make your body, your flesh weak so that your soul can be strong. Whenever you feed, whenever you eat, your flesh has strength than your soul. God speaks more clearly to us when our souls are strong. So how do you make your soul strong? By fasting. Go into fasting. There is a 12-hour fasting and there is a dry fasting. 12 hours fasting. This is when, after 12 hours, you get something to eat. Dry fasting, you can decide, I'll go for 2 days without food or water. You decide, I'll go for 3 days without food or water. You can go for a week. Those are 7 days. You can go for 14 days without food or water. That is dry fasting. You're making your soul stronger than your flesh so that your Father in heaven can talk to you. What does God say about fasting? What does the Bible say? What are the scriptures saying about fasting? We shall look at 3 books of the Bible. We shall look at the book of Esther. There is a time Esther was in fix. Her uncle brought news to her, Mordecai. Haman was planning to kill all the Jews. Esther was from the Jews were her relatives. So Haman, King Success's minister, wanted to kill all the Jews. You can read it in Esther 4. We cannot read all the story, but at least you can go there and find out what happened. Why Haman wanted to kill all these people. Let us put this word as a powerful thing, because God says in Jeremiah 23:29, my word is a hammer, it can smash everything. It is a hammer. It enters deep into someone's soul. It enters deep in any problem that you're suffering from. It can take away all the problems. It can move mountains. It can move problems. It can clear situations. So, when we go in Esther 4, when Mordecai brought news to her, she had to sit down and think, what can I do? The only solution was her to go to King Success, a success, to beg her for rescue. But everyone who went to the king without an invitation was to be killed. So Esther got afraid. She sat and thought of something. So she came up with a fasting. So she sent her uncle, Mordecai. What did she say? Then Esther sent this answer to Mordecai. Mordecai, go and get all the Jews in Susa together and fast for me. Esther ordered all the Jews to fast for her before she can go and meet the king, to talk about their problems as Jews, what Haman was planning for them. So Esther decided to send her uncle to go to her people, ask them to fast for her. We can continue. We are in Esther 4 from verse 15. Don't eat or drink for 3 days. She ordered for dry fasting. Don't drink or eat for 3 days. She ordered for dry fasting, not 12, because her problem was very, very big. Her problem was very, very big. It was involving being killed, people being killed. All the Jews were to be killed and they would perish. So it was a big problem to Esther. So she ordered Mordecai to go and gather all the Jews so that they can fast for Esther before she goes to meet the king. So let us continue. I and my women servants will fast too. She had already been taken to the palace. She was already given the servant, so she said she will ask her servants, women, also to fast for her. After we fast, I will go to the king. I know it is against the law to go to the king if he did not call me, but I will do it anyway. If I die, I die. 17. So Mordecai went away and did everything Esther told him to do. These people went into fasting. They went into fasting. So what happened after fasting? What happened after fasting? Esther speaks to the king. We go to chapter 5. On the 3rd day, that day they finished the fasting. Esther put on her special robes. Then she stood in the inside area of the king's palace, in front of the king's hall. The king was sitting on his throne in the hall, facing the place where people enter the throne from. When the king saw Queen Esther standing in the court, he was very pleased. God had already made it for King Esther. He had already dressed her with all the glory. When the king saw King Esther, he was pleased. When you go into fasting, there is a way God sees you. There is a way God becomes happy. There is a way God handles your situation, your problem, your issue. King welcomed King Esther. What can I do for the queen? I said we cannot read everything here. He held out to her the gold scepter he had at stake. You know, these kings are always holding sticks like walking sticks. It is called a scepter. Then the king asked, what is bothering you, Queen Esther? What do you want to ask me? I will give you anything you ask for, even half of my kingdom. Fasting is powerful. It is power. It is power. You can face the hand of God. You can see the powerful hand of God handling your situation. Some people fear fasting. I have ulcers. I cannot do it. I have never tried. I cannot do this. I cannot do that. Try. It is not by force that you go 12 hours at once. No. Do it step by step. Say tomorrow I'll go into fasting. I'll fast for 6 hours fast. I'll go for 6 hours. When you finish these 6 hours and you feel like you cannot continue, get a juice. Take. After taking your juice, you will feel some strength in you. Continue for the rest of the 6 hours. Finish your 12 hours. and ask God to count it on you, so that the next time you can go 8 hours before you finish the 12 again. Step by step, you'll get used to it. I personally didn't know that I can fast. But now I can go even for dry fasting. I could go for a journey or travel, you know. But when I don't get something to eat, I feel a lot of headache like for 3 days. That alone made me to know that I cannot do what? Fast. But when I tried, I managed. I went step by step. Now I can go for dry fasting even 3 days. Problems are solved in fasting. Try it. Try it. When we go to Ezra 8. Ezra 8:21. What does it say? 21 says, when Jerusalem wanted to return home. Ezra 8:21. There near the Ahava River, I announced that we all should fast. We should fast to make ourselves humble before our God. We wanted to ask God for a safe trip for ourselves, our children, and for everything we owned. They went into fasting so that they can make themselves humble. There is a way you humble yourself before God in fasting. There is a way you feel your heart is humbled. In Psalms 51:15, David said, there is nothing I can give you, my God. There is no sacrifice that is enough for you, but a humble heart. In fasting, your heart is humbled before God. That is what God wants. A humble heart, a humble soul. Jerusalem was returning home. So they went into fasting so that they can have a humble heart. They can humble themselves for God to give them a safe trip back home. Never be there facing harder problems and don't go into fasting. God is going to enter into your problem. You're going to see a powerful hand of God and you will be amazed. You will not believe it. God will smash everything. God will move mountains. Learn to fast. Practice fasting. When we look at Matthew, we go to Matthew 17. Matthew 17, from 17 to 21. Jesus answered. He was talking about his followers. He had already taught them how to pray, how to cast demons, and so on. So there's a man who brought a sick boy, his son. He was possessed with the seizures. He brought this boy to Jesus' followers, but they could not heal the boy. They did not heal the boy. So Jesus answered, you people today have no faith. You people of today, you have no faith. Your lives are so wrong. How long must I stay with you? There are some things that we have not to wait on pastors to pray for us. There are some things that we have not to wait for pastors to touch our heads for deliverance. Jesus is asking, for how long will I stay with you so that the problems can be solved? For how long will pastors be praying for you? All the time, Pastor, pray for me. Pastor, pray for me. I have this problem. I have this. Pastor, pray for me. I have problems in my marriage. Every problem you get, you have to call your pastor. Jesus gave you the authority. You have all the powers to ask anything directly to your Father from your Father through the name of Jesus. He asked his followers, for how long will I continue to stay with you? How long must I continue to be patient with you? Bring the boy here. Jesus gave a strong command to the demon inside the boy. The demon came out of the boy and the boy was healed. 19. Then the followers came to Jesus alone. They said, we tried to force the demons out of the boy, but we could not. Why were we not able to make the demons go out? Jesus answered, that is 20. Jesus answered, you were not able to make the demons go out because your faith is too small. When you go into fasting, there is a way you feel strong. Your soul becomes strong. Yes, I can do this. Yes, I can face this problem. Yes, I can face this demon. Yes, I can do it. You gain faith. These followers did not have enough faith. They lacked something. As we will continue to read, we shall see what they were lacking. Believe me when I tell you, if your faith is only as big as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, move from here to there. When he says he talks about mountains. Mountains is not this big thing, physical. Mountains, you know. Mountains means a lot. A mountain means a lot of things. Problems in your life, problems in your marriage, problems at your workplace, problems with your family. Those are all mountains. When your faith is big like a mustard seed, you can ask any mountain to move from here to there and it will go. Any problem is in your life is a mountain for you. It is before you. At 40, you are not yet married. That is a mountain for you. God has given you powers to move such a mountain from your life. You're barren. You have looked for children for years. That is a mountain for you. When your faith is big like a mustard seed, you can move mountains. It is a high time. It is a high time. You stopped this habit of calling pastors all the time that you want to be prayed for. Pastors coming into your house to solve problems, your marital problems. You want to quit your job because your workmates are your problem. They are on you. They are stabbing your back. Go into God's presence first and see how God is going to deal with such enemies of yours. Go into fasting. You will be able to do anything. Anything. Even casting diseases, casting demons out of people. You will heal the sick. You will make the lame to walk. You will make the blind to see. When your faith is only big as a mustard seed, you can do anything. 21 says, some problems that Jesus is telling his followers, some problems go with the prayer and fasting. if it is Jesus who said so, why can't we go for it? If you have chased demons, they have refused to go. If you have casted cancer out of your body, it has refused to go. Go into fasting. He said some problems are big. They cannot just go. But with the prayer and fasting, those problems can go. May God help us. May God help us in this area. In the name of Jesus Christ. I pray this word, as it is a word of God, may it enter into you. May it enter deep into your soul so that you can manifest on it, so that you can act on it. In the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Thank you, Jesus, for today. Thank you so much. I love you all, my followers. Please subscribe, like, and share with your loved ones. Maybe, you never know. You're saving someone's soul. You're saving someone who is in need. I love you.